You see again, a very clear drop here, straight down. So if you are trading here, you make lots of money. Why was it happening? Hey guys, welcome to Money Matters. It's a wonderful new week. It's a wonderful Monday. However much so many things are happening around the world, this is the time, to come together, guys. This is the time to look at different things within different perspectives. Don't look at things the same way. The world is changing. Things are changing so rapidly. One thing I have learned for sure is that if you do not keep changing with the world, if you do not keep adapting, if you do not keep adjusting your perception or your perspective of the world, then you remain static. And a lot of things have changed since last year, or I would say since 2019, since the COVID issue, and now the COVID issue was just dying down. Then now we have the Ukrainian issue with the Russian issue. Those who don't know, it's about the invasion by Russia into Ukraine. So this is something that's basically affecting a lot of people. And however much you may think that you're far from it, the world has become a global village, and a lot of these things affect you from wherever you are in this world. So you have to be aware, you have to be informed, you have to make sure you do your own research. So with regards to investing, with regards to trading, with regards to many other things, you have to change your strategy a little bit to adjust to the new conditions. And this is something that an investor should always do. But today we're going to be talking about trading. How do you trade in these conditions? How do you trade and make lots of money in these conditions? I know it can be a bit selfish to be talking about making lots of money right now, but you know what? Life doesn't stop, and that's how unfair it is. Life doesn't stop. People move on. People go on with their lives. People still do what they need to do. The market still do what they have to do. And if you look at the market, you realize that they react to such stuff. So what I want to do today is just to look at ways in which you can trade the market successfully at this particular time and make good amount of money. It does not matter which kind of market, whether it is stocks, whether it is Forex. So both Forex and stocks, or even commodities, futures, options, all these things that people trade, they require a different kind of strategy right now. So I'm going to focus more on trading Forex at this time. And of course, you can apply the same strategy into stocks and anything else that you're trading. So I'm going to take it to my laptop. I'm going to show you what is the best way you can trade right now. And as usual, I use IG, and just to show you, look at that position. This is an open position. Look at that. 6,400 pounds. That's USD JPY. That's an amazing trade going on there. Anyways, I just want to show you how amazing opportunities are in the market. It's a good time to be trading. It's a good time to be a trader, trust me. However much the financial markets are messy, this is actually the time to start making money. Don't fear when things are happening. Don't wait for things to cool down for you to start trading or start making money. It's a good time. So this is my demo account. The position I'm telling you here is a position that I took again in my real account. Anytime I want to take a position, I first take it in my demo account, see the parameters, test the parameters that I want to do, and let it run on the demo account as it runs concurrently on my live account. Anyways, as you can see, these are different currency pairs for those who have been trading, and you can see how crazy things have been now. Number one, right now when you're trading, you trade with what we call fundamental analysis more than technical analysis. Yes, you're going to apply some level of technical analysis, but it is mostly fundamental analysis. What is technical analysis and what is fundamental analysis? With technical analysis, you're looking at the chart patterns. You are specifically focusing on what has been happening on the charts. You are looking what we call it's called charting. You're looking at what has happened historically in the chart, the places that have been touched by the market, the places that have been respected, the price reaction areas, the places that the price has been respecting, the places that the buyers and the sellers have been respecting, and then you try and predict what could possibly happen in the future. That is technical analysis. So you're basically using the chart patterns, using different factors such as, you could be using different indicators, you could be using different drawings to try and determine, you could be using different tools basically to try and determine where the market will be going to next. That is technical analysis. With fundamental analysis, we are looking at factors outside this chart, factors like political situation, like war that is happening right now. So fundamental analysis is basically looking at things outside this chart. It's basically trying to gauge what is happening to the markets based on other factors, some of them being political, like the war that has been happening between Russia and Ukraine right now has been changing the landscape, the investment landscape, the trading landscape, so you have to adapt. So in this case, it means you have to be more aware of what is happening. So you have to read the environment, you have to read these fundamental factors. So these factors, such as the political factors, such as other economic factors, such as social factors that could affect the markets, you get to know them when they're going to happen. Like when this whole tension between Russia and Ukraine was being touted in the media, we knew what would happen. We knew that Russia is a major supplier of oil, Russia is a major supplier of natural gas, and therefore we knew which countries would be affected. We knew which currencies would be affected. And as you can see from this chart, you can see a very clear drop. And you can see that this has just happened during the last few days, since 23rd. This clear drop was a sign of what was happening in the environment outside. That's a very clear drop. If you come here, same thing, very clear drop. Let's look at it on the hourly. You see again a very clear drop here, straight down. So if you are trading here, you make lots of money. Why was it happening? The euro became very weak when Russia attacked, because this war was happening in Europe. The euro became quite weak. It reacted to the issue. The pound reacted to the issue. And if you come to this particular platform, you can see the reaction. You can see a very direct fall in AUD USD. You can see a very direct fall here in USD Canadian. So basically what you can see from this chart is that there's a clear reaction in different directions. Now these directions will obviously be determined by what is happening in the environment. So if the euro is gonna react to the issue in Europe, then most likely if you are trading a US euro pair, then you know that the USD is going to be stronger. But if the USD is the main currency used for oil trade, then you know what would happen if you are trading, like, let's say, commodities like oil against the USD. So what I'm saying is basically fundamental analysis. You have to conduct what we call fundamental analysis, and sometimes we have what we call an economic calendar. An economic calendar will definitely give you information about different things that are happening. So for example, you could see, I opened it here already. You can see different things that are likely to happen here. But most of these ones will not be political. These ones will be economic. But at the time when these things are happening, the economic news is also affected. So you need to come and check these kind of things. What is the level of impact? So you will say, check the time you're trading, the region you're trading, the kind of impact you're expecting, and the event that will lead to that impact, so that you are able to trade it. Some people trade fundamental analysis. Some people trade with fundamental analysis. Basically, all they do is try to analyze the environment, try to analyze what is happening politically, economically, socially, make predictions based on those happenings, and then they can trade them. So if they know that the US dollar is going to get weaker, for example, they will most probably be timing the US dollar. Like this particular trade-off right down here, some people did it because, the environment reacted to it. Some people definitely reacted the same way and traded that market that way. And it happened to many. Like you can see, for example, these are different investments. The S&P 500, for example, this was a proper calm down in the last few days. The S&P 500, which is the 500 biggest companies in the US. Look at that. The same thing, down, just like Forex. It has been falling consistently. If you are trading it, you know what to expect. But remember, you still have to use technical analysis in your chart, even if you're doing the fundamental analysis. So there are certain significant points whereby the market will likely react in the opposite direction than you expect. So it won't just be like a drill down, but it can be so obvious that you know what? Gold is probably going to go up, oil is going to go up, USD is going to get weak, euro is going to get weak based on what's happening. That is how you trade using fundamental analysis. And you can see from this is all world FTSE. You can see the last week down. You can see very clearly from here, it's just been all the way going down. You see all the way up to here. If you look at Fidelity IT, look at that, all the way down. If you look at Fidelity Health, that has been doing quite well during COVID, all the way down. Right now they are recovering, and you can clearly see the recovery. If you look at the Nasdaq 100, mainly tech stocks. Look at that, all the way down. That is how you trade, because right now people are making money because people knew that stocks were going to fall. With the impending Russian invasion, people knew that stocks were going to fall. And what did they do? They sold. And it's a very simple method. People are easy to read. You know what they're going to do when such things happen. Exactly, that is how you trade any environment and make money despite what's happening. You can see very clear sell-offs. Very clear sell-offs. Did I just close that one? I hope not. GBP Euro, very clear sell-off. You're looking at GBP USD, a clear sell-off. You're looking at USD Canadian, a clear sell-off. So you just basically have to know what you're going for. You have to be able to learn fundamental analysis so well that you can clearly tell which direction things are going to go to. And then now you just come and support it with a bit of technical analysis and you make money. No big issue. I hope that's helpful. That's supposed to be a short video of fundamental analysis and helping you know how to trade fundamental analysis, how to trade news. And remember, there's always information on the economic calendar provided by different platforms. If you don't have IG, go online, look for Forex economic calendar. It will give you all the information about news. Some people only trade news and some people avoid news. I hope that's helpful, makes your trading better, and see you next time. Subscribe, share, and like.